Okay, got it. Let's go back to share screen. Please, if there are any questions, please ask away. Right. So we said it's a single page business plan, and it was created by Ash Moria. Okay, but obviously it's not the original, because this is just the copy of the first one where he streamlined it. Right. Then we go. Okay, here we go. So in the slide, are you all able to view the slide? Let me know if you can view the slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Right. So now we've gotten here two. Why we've got one that's in orange, and then we've got one in blue. So the blue is actually the currently lean canvas, and then the orange is the business model. Okay. So if you look at the first blocks, so how many of you have seen a business model canvas? Are you all familiar with it? You know what it is? You've seen it?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No.
So you all started your entrepreneurship model, right? Is this the entrepreneurship model that you are doing? The module?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, so what have you done so far? Just give me an idea what you've done so far.
Ma'am, we have studied basics about entrepreneurship.
Okay, so basically you know who is an entrepreneur, and you know what the entrepreneur does, and you know what the
Yes, ma'am.
entrepreneur.
Yes, ma'am.
So you know the characteristics.
Yes.
You know the characteristics of an entrepreneur.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So of all of you that's here, how many of you want to start your own business? Anybody would like to start their own business, or do all of you want to go and so Mayank says yes. And the rest of you obviously want to go and work for a company. You don't want to be your own boss. No. Okay, it's wonderful being an entrepreneur. It's nice to learn things, to fail and to start again, and it's a good experience. Right. Okay. So if we look at the first column, okay. So let me just say that with the lean canvas, so the business model itself has 9 components. So anyway, if you go into Google and you look at the lean canvas model, they've all got 9 components. So the traditional model, which is the old model, had so instead of a problem, which is in blue, it had key partners. Instead of solution, it had key activities. Instead of key metrics, it had the key resources. And then, of course, instead of instead of unfair advantage, it had customer relationships. So with the new lean canvas, so those 4 were replaced, and the new problem, solution, key metrics, and unfair advantage were put in. Right. So just another thing to actually just let you know, please tell me if I am going too fast for you. Please tell me if you don't understand my level of English, because a lot of people think I talk too fast and they don't understand my English. And then also the third thing is, we have 45 minutes for this here for the first session. So when it cuts off, please do go back onto the same link and click on again. Maybe I will take a little longer, but please do wait in there for me. Is that okay? Are we all together? Great. Right. So when you decide that you want to start your own business, there are a few things you need to know at the back of your mind. So the first thing is the problem. So how do you figure out what a problem is? So I think, Mayank, you say that you want to start your own business. So now give me an idea, seeing that you're the only one who put your hand up. So give me an idea, Mayank or anybody. How do you think you can get business ideas? Where do you get the business ideas from? How do you know you want to start a business?
Ma'am, by identifying problems in daily routine, we can get some idea to solve them.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent. So that's actually one answer. Anybody else got some other perspective? Anyone else? How else do you think?
Or in your area of interest, if you like something and you find something to fill the gap, there also you can build a business out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, if you yourself are very passionate about something, so 99 point, I always say 99.9% of the time, if you're passionate about something, then you're going to make a success of it, because you are going to focus almost all your energy on that particular thing. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So the other thing that I'm very, very passionate about, and where you can also get some amazing ideas. I said this, I think 2 years ago, when I did an international seminar, and that is that, you know, we're busy looking for ideas, but also if you look at the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, are you all familiar with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So when you look at the 17 Sustainable Developmental Goals, you can see, or development goals, you can actually get all your ideas from them, because under that you've got technology, you've got housing, you've got food, you've got healthcare, education, you've got like a whole lot of things in there where you can also look for ideas. And when you look at, just say for example, if you're looking at healthcare, and then you know that you've got lots of healthcare problems in India, or not everybody has access to healthcare, or not everybody has transport to healthcare, or not everybody has got devices, then these are the little ideas that you can actually use to start on and work on it, do your research, and go with your with it. Okay, so those are just ideas that you can use as well. If you know you're really passionate, you want to start your own business, but you really do not know where to start from. Okay, are we together? Any questions on the problem and how to find the problem?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, and just one other thing about that also. So if you're not sure about it, then then what you do is you do like a small kind of research. You look at, okay, is this a problem for you? You can't, like for example, you're standing on the roadside in the morning, you're waiting for the bus to come. Maybe you are trying to figure out, okay, so what's happening here? What is it that we need? Why is there so much of traffic? What can we do to streamline the traffic? You can also count the number of commuters. So while you are standing there, you basically can count. So I always say, so this is what we do is when you get out from your comfort zone, wherever you are, whether it's your home, whether it is your office, you come out, you get out of the building, and you go out there and you do your research and you experience what the other people are experiencing, you make your notes, and then you figure out, okay, this is actually a problem to be solved. Right, so we're okay with the problem. No questions, all understood. So Mayank, I'm just interested, what is it that you are thinking of doing as a business?
Ma'am, actually, I'm interested in concept of business, but I have not found the particular thing which I have to do right now.
Oh,
I'm
and
looking for.
okay, so you don't have a passion as yet.
Ma'am, not yet, ma'am.
Okay. So like I said earlier on, when you are really passionate about something, the idea will come. Otherwise, you just go out there and you go and do some research. Right. So the next thing after the problem comes a solution. So obviously now, if you figured out that there's a problem in this community, or let's say, for example, in the area where you're living, there's a lack of food places, fast food places, okay? And let's say healthy fast food places. And so in your area, you decided, now you figure out everybody's, or maybe they're diabetic, or maybe they've got hypertension, maybe there's obesity, and you now want to have a fast food place, but you want to make it like healthy fast food, not the unhealthy, oily, greasy, spicy spice food. Food, you want to make it nice and healthy. So then you figured out that you've got a problem. Then you want to work on your solution. So you're gonna try. You just say you're gonna make smoothies, and you're gonna test it now with about maybe like hundreds of people that have come by, and you make different varieties. Like you make mango, and you make orange, and you make apple. You make different kinds, and you give them all to test to the people, and all the customers that are passing by, and they all like it very much. So that kind of like gives you an idea that, okay, there is a need here. There's a problem and there's a solution for it because the people that I'm testing it on are very happy with it. Okay, so this is how you also test your solution, or what we call your minimal viable product. So yeah, so you're making it and you're testing it out. So if you want to build an app, or maybe you want to build an electronic device, you put it into your stages and you do a small test before you get it out into the market, which is very, very important. So that's what we call the minimal viable product as well. So that's the solution. So any questions on the solution?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and so just another thing I want to add. So your unique value proposition is also ensuring what is important to your customers, what makes them happy, what their likes and dislikes are, and also what about your product or your smoothie that you're going to make now is different to other people, because obviously if you're one making smoothies, there are probably going to be 20 other people making the same thing. So you need to figure out what is your unique value proposition and what is it about your product that differentiates you from your competition, and why will your product be better. Okay, then so when we come again to unique value proposition, we talk about the product and we talk about your tagline. And what is a tagline? What do you think is a tagline? Anybody tagline? What do you think?
Mom, that demonstrates a brand.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it does. It defines your brand, your symbol. Anybody
Yes,
else?
ma'am. And ma'am, demonstrating the brand, it also somewhere attracts the customer towards the brand.
Absolutely. So let me give you an example. Say, for example, now we decided we are going to be making the smoothies now in your little area. So you figured out that, let's just say you figure out like the youth, like between, say, just say from like 16 to about 30, or sorry, 30 to 24, 16 to 24. These are youth, these are high school, these are college students, and they all are like all crazy about smoothies and keto and health diets and all of that. So you've made the different kinds of smoothies, like 20 kinds of smoothies. You have tested it with them. They like it very much. And now you want to add a tagline to it. Now you've got your little truck, or you're working from home. You've made a piece of your home, or you've got your little cart there in front. And now you want to put a little tagline to that. So you can say maybe you can put there, welcome to Smoothie Zone, or for the best tasting smoothies in town, or something like that. That's a tagline that's going to attract the potential customers. And maybe you can even go a little different. I mean, you are the young guys, you know what you guys like. So maybe you put on something a little more appropriate for your young generation, that kind of like adds value, and also adds to your own your branding and your positioning of your product in your little market. So maybe it'll make you stand out to the other competition that you have in the area. Are we all together? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay. So so also at the same time, when we talk about you and who your competition is, very importantly, like Mayank, you want to start something, you're not sure what to start. Also, the other thing is that in terms of your competition, I always believe that the four things that's very important when you do a comparative analysis of your competition. You always you look at the people, the customers, what type of customers they are, and then you try to differentiate your customers from your competition. Then you look at the price. 90% of the time, everybody is looking for something that's cheaper, but then also that's higher quality. So that brings us to our unique value proposition. What makes you better than them? So maybe even though your price has dropped, you're also giving them just as good or even better quality than that. Okay. So we've got the price, we've got the people, then we've got the place. So wherever you position your business, you must make it accessible to the people. It's no use having a smoothie truck, let's just say, that's only functioning on a weekend, and then during the week, nobody's actually got access to it. Okay, so the way you need to position your business is also very important, because you need it to be accessible to your target market. So positioning it is also very important. Sorry, the place. And then I also talk about the position. The position is like in the minds of the consumer where you position your business. So like for example, just to move away from the smoothie. So like for example, maybe the young generation like maybe they like the VW Golf car, okay? And then generally most of the population probably likes the Suzuki. So now you are going to have to now position that in the minds of this young generation. That why is it better for them to get the VW? Because now you want them to have the VW and not to buy the Suzuki. Does that comparative analysis make sense? Is it understood? Yes. Any questions? Please feel free to ask it. I like it to be interesting. I don't like just sit here and just do a boring PowerPoint slide and just do it and then get it. I like it to be interactive so that you can learn from it, because then you can apply it.
Ma'am, if
Okay.
you can explain the last part that you said in the competitive.
With the competition. Okay, so
Yes.
yes. So how you position your products in the mind of your consumer, and how you're promoting it. So like for example, if you okay, let's leave the car business and let's go back to the smoothie business. So now you decided that you want the smoothie for the youth. Okay, so we said 16 to 24. Okay, so our session's going to end in 10 minutes. So if we do cut off, please rejoin again. Okay, so if it does, so yeah, so you've what you have decided to do, like most of your competition around you probably just makes like they make only just the fruit flavors, and they make mango, orange, banana, and all fruit flavors. And you find that everybody is into dieting and they want healthy and what have you. So maybe you decided, okay, so I'm going to add a little more nuts and other types of seeds in mine, and I'm going to add like spinach and kale, and like those are like the healthy foods, spinach, kale, baby marrow, and you're going to add. So this is going to make you now different to your competitor, because now you are adding value to the smoothies that you are selling. So now how you're going to position it in the mind of these youngsters? You are going to put your advertising board out there and you're going to say, these are the healthiest smoothies, because now we have got, you can say we've got new generation smoothies. We are doing smoothies for those who are on a keto diet, and those who are on a protein diet, and those who's on a fat-free diet. So this is how you are going to position it. And also, so what you're going to do, you're going to take your ad, you're going to like send it out to all your friends, and they're going to tell all the other friends. So this is actually what's going to make you now different to all the other 20 smoothie makers that there are in the area. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so just don't forget, now if for some chance I get cut off, then we're going to go to we'll just go in, click on the link and back again. Right. Then we talk about an unfair advantage. What do you think? Anybody, what do you think is an unfair advantage? Anybody? Unfair advantage? What is an advantage?
Ma'am, unfair advantage is that something unique that you only have.
Absolutely. Something that is absolutely unique to you that only you have. So maybe now we can say that your unfair advantage as a smoothie maker is that now you are into the keto diet. I don't know if you guys know about keto diet, but anyway, just say for example, you are into a keto diet and you have now decided that you are going to put different seeds, and you are going to put kale and baby marrow in yours, and that's going to make your single product. The single product that you are now making is going to be so unique because none of the other guys are doing it. They all are doing either plain fruit or plain veg, but they are not doing a combination of like fruit and veg and seeds as well. Okay, So you are doing that. And also, maybe what we can also add to it to make it more interesting, we can say that maybe you have got some background, maybe some of your background knowledge is that you have studied nutrition. Okay, so that gives you a unique advantage over all the other competitors. Maybe they just making smoothies, they just throwing in different veg, different fruits, just to give different flavors. But now maybe you have got a unique advantage. Maybe you have studied a little bit of nutrition somewhere down the line in your life, and that gives you a unique, an unfair advantage that makes you unique. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, then let me just give you another example also. So just like with me, I'm doing entrepreneurship education, and I always believe that I'm unique. CGM is unique because I do not employ anybody to teach or do the lectures or do the evaluations. I prefer doing it myself because I've got 4 or 5 different streams of knowledge and experience. You know, I come from business, I come from healthcare, I come from education, I've done international humanitarian law. So I've got lots of things together, which I feel that makes me unique, and only I can do it better than anybody else. So I'm just doing it myself. So that's what makes me unique. Understood? Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So I'm just waiting for this thing to cut off. Do you think maybe we should just get out of here and just rejoin the link so I can continue? Then we don't get disturbed when I come to the customer segment, because I think it's going to cut off just now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, so let's just exit here, and then we just go back onto the link again.